Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back into Bears Den, an NFL podcast with the Chicago Bears First Focus. I'm your host, Alex, here today. First, wanted to jump in and say, hope everyone had a very, Merry Christmas and enjoying the holiday season. Hope you guys got to spend some great time with your family, with your friends, got to open some cool gifts, got to give some cool gifts, and watch some Christmas football. With that being said, here today to be doing my week 17 game picks. It is Thursday, and I do realize that I didn't record this prior to the two Christmas games yesterday. Hit me in the middle of the second game, the Baltimore game, that I did not hit that I did not pick the games. With that being said, though, I did pick the games. I do picks on the fantasy app as well, the ESPN fantasy app. And so I'm going to be going off the picks that I made on there because those were locked in prior, and I'm pulling them up right now. And as you can see, for both these games, I picked Kansas City and Baltimore, and I got those right. So that's who I would have picked. I thought Kansas City was going to win. Pittsburgh had been on a little bit of a losing streak as of recent, and then I thought that Houston has really been not great this year, and it was a huge game for Baltimore. So 2-0, I'm going to say that just because I have already picked that just on a different app. But if you guys don't want to count those, just keep things consistent, that's fine too. I'm fine with either one. But we will continue. This week we have the Bears playing tonight against Seattle, so excited for some more Bears football. But we'll go ahead and we'll get into it with the AFC games like we always do. Um, so let's go ahead and get into it. We've got the Chargers on the road to New England. I like the Chargers here. Chargers have been playing pretty well lately. Had a big win last week against Denver, and I just think that this is a massive game for them. I think they'll go on the road and they will find a way to get it done. Denver on the road in Cincinnati, massive game for both teams. There's a small chance that Denver misses the playoffs if they, uh, you know, mess around, so to speak. And Cincinnati is still alive in this race. They need a lot of help, but I think Cincinnati's going to actually win this game at home. Joe Burrow has been playing fantastic, probably the best season in his career. Just not really backing it up with wins, but this is a massive game for both teams. I think this one's going to hurt Denver, and I think Cincinnati will stay alive, believe it or not. AFC South toilet bowl this week. Titans on the road in Jacksonville. I like the Titans here. I just think Jacksonville with Mac Jones is not great, and Tennessee with Will Levis isn't great either. But I just think that Tennessee will find a way to get this one done. Jets on the road in Buffalo. Kansas City with their win yesterday on Christmas clinched the first seed, so Buffalo is fighting for the second seed. I think that who do I mean, part of me, my gut is saying the Jets, so I'm going to pick the Jets here. I think that the Jets are going to upset and potentially, uh, really hurt the Bills because Baltimore beat Buffalo, I'm pretty sure. Let me double check that real quick. Uh, Earlier in the season, though, I'm pretty sure it was Buffalo that got uh, manhandled really by Baltimore, but maybe it was the other way around. Yeah, Ravens 35, Bills 10. So they hold the tiebreaker. So this is a really massive game for Buffalo. And I think the Jets are actually going to play spoiler here and really hurt them. So I think, Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams have played pretty well the past couple weeks. So not that, I mean, this past week they were playing pretty well. They didn't win, but Aaron Rodgers had a good amount of yards and stuff. So Miami and Cleveland, big game for Miami, who is still alive in the playoffs. And I think that I'm going to give this game to Cleveland because as much as I think Miami's the better team, this one's in Cleveland and it's going to be cold and, potentially snowing. And that just really does not bode well for a Miami Dolphins team that cannot win in the cold. AFC, NFC matchups, Colts on the road. The Giants, I like the Colts here. Not too much to say about this one. Colts fighting to stay alive. They could potentially make the playoffs, and the Giants are just really, really bad. They hold their, own fate for the first overall pick, and so I think they want to lose, and Indy wants to win. So Raiders, Saints, Raiders. had the first pick, and then they blew it last week by winning, and Saints got shut out this past week. I think. I mean, I don't really know. I don't really want to spend too much time on uh, this game, but I'll pick the Raiders here. I think the Raiders will hurt their fans, and they will continue to hurt their first overall choices. And I forgot to say um, before I got into this, but last week, week 15 or week 16, excuse me, 9-7. So no back-to-back losing streak or losing weeks. Uh, Not great, but it's a winning week. So now I'm sitting at 143-97 on the season. So feeling pretty good. Tonight's game, Seattle on the road in Chicago. I think the Bears are going to win this game. Seattle has really been faltering lately, and as bad as the Bears have looked, I do think Caleb's due for another win. I do think he's due for one more win at least this rookie season, and I just think that with how Seattle's been playing, there's a ton of pressure. They're really, they were in control of the division, and now they've kind of faltered it away. I just think the Bears are going to do it tonight, which would really, really make me happy if that's the case. Up next is the Cardinals on the road to Rams. I like the Rams here. I just think the Rams have been playing very, very well. Stafford has been playing very well when he's protected, and I just think that with Arizona eliminated now, they want to come in and try and play spoiler, but I just think the Rams are too good. So uh, Rams, if it were to play out this way, Rams would win the West, and Seattle would be eliminated. Carolina on the road in Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay needs this win. They need everything they can get, and I don't think Carolina's going to let them have it. I think if I go back, I'd have to look, but if I remember correctly, at the start of the season, I predicted Carolina to have 5 wins. It's looking like that is very realistic. So we will see. We will see for sure. But I think this one's gonna, really, really hurt Atlanta, or it's really gonna hurt Tampa Bay. Excuse me. But yeah, I think. Well, no, I guess that wouldn't change. I thought for a second maybe Tampa would be eliminated if they lose this week, but that's not the case. They would need Atlanta to lose out, and then Tampa could win next week and it would be fine. Dallas on the road in Philly. Um, Philly's coming off a big loss last week, and Dallas is coming off a big win last week. And so you kind of wonder, you kind of fear, right? Like, is Philly going to spiral out of control like they did last year? They were 10-1, right? And then they melted down. Um, I think I like Dallas in this game to kind of hurt Philly, believe it or not, and basically destroy their chances of the first pick or the first seed, excuse me. Green Bay on the road in Minnesota, massive game, absolutely massive game. Um, we know that uh, Green Bay is out of the running for the division because they can't catch Detroit because Detroit beat them twice, but they can catch Minnesota, and I think I think Green Bay wins this game. I think at this point of the year, Green Bay is the better team. I just think that the way Josh Jacobs has been running lately, Matt LaFleur, the defense has been solid. I mean, they just pitched the only shutout so far of the year for any team this past week, and Jordan Love's been playing well, and receivers are playing pretty well. I just think that at this point in time, Green Bay is the better team. Atlanta and Washington. I like Washington here to win this game, and I think if they were to win this game, that clinches them. It looks like that clinches them a spot. So that would be huge, and I think that I think Washington will take this game, and then you're gonna have a wild Week 18 finish for Atlanta and Tampa Bay, and then Detroit, San Francisco. I like Detroit here, and that's that basically. And so now I haven't done this in any of the other videos, but I do want to check a couple things next week. If things were to play out the way I just picked them, which, I'm sure they won't play out all that way, but if they do, we have the records, and Seattle is eliminated, so that game does not matter. Green Bay, if they were to win and Minnesota were to lose, so Green Bay can't catch Minnesota regardless. Or Minnesota were to lose, excuse me. Okay, so Green Bay can catch. They can catch Minnesota. Now, if we were to take that away, I wanted to look at the Atlanta. Let's say Atlanta loses to Carolina and Tampa Bay wins. Tampa Bay wins the division. Wow. If Atlanta actually just loses. Oh no. Okay, so Tampa would have a chance to win. And then yeah, so there's some stuff there. There's some crazy scenarios. But that's it. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. I know this video is a little bit of a weird one, kind of all over the place, but you know, holiday season and just kind of hanging out, relaxing a little bit, and yeah, I appreciate you guys tuning in and listening as always. Please subscribe, hit the thumbs up button. I'm really close to 100 subscribers. I would love to hit that before the end of 2024 if that is possible. That would really mean a lot to me. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Enjoy the games and bear down. We'll see you later. Peace.